Yo, it's your guy, the regular guy sneakerhead, and today is December 31st, 2025. That's right, it's New Year's Eve. And I figure, what better way to spend my New Year's Eve than with the sneaker community, showing you guys my pickups from 2025. That's right, we're gonna get into all of my pickups from 2025. Now I'm gonna kick this thing off with the Jordan 1s. Now I didn't pick up many pairs of 1s this year. A lot of people say 1s are dead, they fell off, this, that, and the other. To each their own, you know what I mean? If you feel some type of way about 1s, I can't tell you how to feel. That's on you. But for me, myself, there's a lot of colorways I like. I wanted to get the shattered backboards for sure. There was a couple others like the Ruby 40th anniversaries that I like. But I just didn't get around to getting them this year. I was pretty strict on what I picked up this year. I got like half as much as I normally buy in a year because, for one, I said I was going to spend all 2025 doing retail or bust. If I don't hit for retail, then I'm just on to the next thing because it was so much heat dropping. And I pretty much stuck with that. There were maybe 3 pairs that I didn't hit for that I ended up getting. Most of them I either paid right around retail or just maybe a tad bit more. But anyway, back on to my 2025 pickups. Starting it off with the Jordan 1 High Reimagined UNC. And a lot of people didn't like this pair. It got discounted. It's probably still sitting in places. But me, myself, man, blue's my favorite color. And I didn't have any of the other previous iterations of the UNC 1, so it was a no-brainer. Had to have it. Let me know your thoughts on this pair in the comments. No 2s were dropped this year. I think they kind of felt like they burnt people out on the 2s in the past few years. I myself love them, but we didn't see any that I can remember or any that I got if they did this year. So it's going to be right on to the 3s. The Black Cat 3. Now, this is a re-release of a shoe that originally dropped in 2006. And I don't know why they didn't put the Black Cat back there on the back like the original pair had. I mean, the Pure Moneys that they put out this year, the Pure Money 3s they put out this year had the Pure Money behind the heel tab. So why didn't the Black Cats? I don't know, but amazing pair either way. I had been wanting these for a while. I just didn't want to buy a 2006 pair that was either busted or not going to be able to be worn. I mean, you know what I mean. So glad they brought these back. Let me know your thoughts on these in the comments. And also, which one you think is better, the Black Cat 3 or the Black Cat 4? Let's talk about it. My next pair of 3s on the list is the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air. This is another pair that was slept on and heavily discounted, and I feel like, I mean, it was overlooked. If you didn't pick these up, especially after they were discounted, if you didn't pick these up, either you're not a real collector or you tripping, man, because these are a nice pair. I mean, that suede, that good suede on the tongue, different texture suedes, 2 different colors instead of elephant print. You got the mirrored Nike Air, inverted Nike Air on the heel tab. I mean, the whole little Rare Air pack was nice, and I had all of them. I got rid of the 1s and need to go back and get them, but I got all the rest of them. We'll get to those later. Jordan 3 Rare Air. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, this Jordan 3 Alma Maniere Diffused Blue is next on my list of pickups for 2025, and it's another one that either you like Alma Maniere and you rocking with them or you're not. A lot of people feel like Alma Maniere has lost its buzz and that they're falling off or they're getting tired of the same colorways, whatever it might be. I still love them. Right now, I've got all of them except for the 5s that came out this year and the 4s that came out this year. I ended up passing on both of those, and I'm not going to pay resale for them. I'll wait, catch a pair later for around retail, and then add them to the collection. But for now, I got what I got, and I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan. I like everything Alma Maniere drops. I do want to have all the Alma Maniere Jordans in my collection, but as of right now, I'm missing the 5s that came out this year as well as the 4s, the dark mochas. Here's the Diffused Blue 3. What are your thoughts? Are these a pair you had to have? My next pair on the list is the Soul 2.0. Now, the original Air Jordan 3 Soul is a pair that I've been wanting for a long time. And if you know anything about it, it's basically this same shoe, just it doesn't have the sail at the bottom. And then the materials right here are different. It doesn't have the age look or none of that. But it has the Korean flag on one and the Korean script on the back of the tongues and the Nike Air on the heel tabs, just like these. It was a pair that only released in Korea, and they're like $3,000 to $5,000 in my size. So it's a pair I want, but it's a pair that might take forever to get, or I might not ever get, just depending. That price is gonna have to come down, or my bank account's gonna have to jump up drastically. Anyway, I got the 2.0, and it was an amazing pair. This is one of those pairs that I didn't hit for, that I ended up having to go to the secondary market to get, but I only paid like maybe $25 over what I would have paid retail. So I'm not complaining. It was a must-have. Let me know your thoughts on the Air Jordan 3 Soul 2.0. Moving right along, one of my favorite threes this year, the Air Jordan 3 El Vuelo. And this thing, man, when I first seen the mock-ups and the pictures of this, I just knew it had to be a joke, or like, especially when I seen the actual pairs, I thought it was a custom or something. Somebody, a wrestling fan, a Rey Mysterio fan had made. I wasn't believing that this was the actual pair until I seen some more posts later on that let me know, yeah, this is what we were getting. And I was geeked to get them. I actually hit for them on sneakers. And they were actually pretty limited too, especially here in America. But they ended up kind of sitting, man. They ended up being a slept on, overlooked pair, man. And I mean, if you see that there, that's like some type of satin that's been like stretched taut across like a thick leather so that it doesn't have the give that satin normally has, but it has the same look and feel. I don't know if you can hear that, but I mean, it's the tongue itself is satin and it has the same look and feel. It's just softer because it doesn't have whatever they've got underneath this part. And then you see you got that good premium leather that's made to look like reptile skin. And it's like the design on a luchador mask. I mean, they didn't miss with these things. Then, of course, the other shoe has the rest of the message. They had a nice little message. I forget exactly what it was. It was something to like about courage and strength. But I mean, yeah, they did their thing with these, man. I don't see why more people didn't like these. The Air Jordan 3 El Vuelo. And to the last of the threes, and what, in my opinion, should have been right there neck and neck with the Brick by Brick or the Gamma or whatever they chose as sneaker of the year this year. The Air Jordan 3 SP Soulfly, fruits of our labor. Now, I ended up getting this one in a little late. Much appreciation to the guys over there at Soulfly and my man Verb. You already know what it is. Glad I was able to get this pair, man. I was able to get them for retail, even though I got them a little late. Man, the craftsmanship on these is amazing. Good quality leather. Good high quality leather on these. Nice suede. Got the Soulfly emblem embossed. Soulfly on the over the Nike Air on the hang tag. Got the Soulfly in the back there. I mean, beautiful shoe. What's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. We're gonna slide right on into the Air Jordan 4s with the Air Jordan 4 white cement. Now, a lot of people have been complaining about the leather quality on these. It ain't the greatest. It ain't the worst. I mean, it's a white cement 4. Now, do I also feel like for $225 retail, we should be getting better leather than this? Yes, I do, because I've seen the leather we can get on other shoes. I've seen shoes that are cheaper have better quality leather than the more premium price shoes. So yes, I agree. We could have got some better leather than this at $225, but did I want to take them back because of it? Obviously not. They're still here in my collection. I still love them. They're still a classic. Had to have them. It's the only pair of white cements I have. My first pair of Air Jordan 4 white cements. So, you know, a classic. Let me know how you feel about them. One of the other shoes that I wasn't able to secure for retail, I didn't hit on. I was at school in the middle of barber school where I couldn't mess with my phone. And they had that weird sneakers link drop on these. And I had no way of knowing because I couldn't get on my phone to go to anywhere that would tell you the way to access them. So I missed out on them. Then I didn't hit on none of the little restocks or whatever. So I ended up having to go to the secondary market, and I paid close to $300 for these, man. I only grabbed them because I thought they were going to go way up like the Pine Greens did, and unfortunately, I wish I would have waited because I probably could have got them cheaper. But either way, another pair I'm glad to have in my collection. The Air Jordan 4 Midnight Navy SB. One of the more recent releases. And another one that I feel like is slept on. This was a women's release, and I'm glad. Anytime they make extended sizes in women's, I'm geeked. But I'm also glad to be able to be fortunate to say I can fit a women's size 12 because I do wear a men's 10 and a half, 11, sometimes 11 and a half. So, as I always say, glad I can fit a women's 12 because these things were crazy. Like, that kind of reminds me of like a teddy bear. Then, you know, it's got the different types of suede throughout the shoe, you know what I mean? And then the fluffy laces. They were calling these the Air Jordan 4 Hemp, and then they changed it to the Air Jordan 4 Cozy Girl. Whatever you want to call it, I call it a banger because I love them. They're fire. Perfect fall and wintertime shoe. Let me know what you think about them in the comments. Next pair that didn't do as great as I thought they would either. I'm glad I didn't jump out the window and pay $400 or $500 for a pair of these early because these ended up being an easy grab for me. I hit on these right out my local Hibbett. Shouts out to the Hibbett in Sykeston, Missouri. Jordan 4 Rare Airs. I mean, as you can see, I got my patch upside down on this shoe. Jordan Rare Air. I didn't get the gold pair. I wasn't fortunate enough to get the gold pair, and I didn't see any sense in buying a gold pair when I already had this pair. Let me know your thoughts on the Jordan 4 Rare Air and the whole Rare Air collection. The last of my Air Jordan 4s has got to be one that was on everybody's list probably this year, and a banger. The Air Jordan 4 Black Cat 2025 with the OG Nike Air. I wore them couple times already. I hit on these at Hibbett too as well. I hit on a lot of shoes at Hibbett this year. Had a lot of good W's at Hibbett this year. A few at sneakers as well, but mostly at Hibbett. You already know these is in people's top 5, if not one of people's number 1s for sneaker of the year, pickup of the year. Let me know how you feel about the Air Jordan 4 Black Cat 2025. Moving right along to the Air Jordan 5, we have the Air Jordan 5 OG Grape. My first time owning a pair of the Grapes. I didn't have the Jumpman pair or none of the earlier pairs. I had to have these. I hit on these at Hibbett as well. These were a must-have for your boy. Let me know, did you pick up the Air Jordan 5 OG Grape this year? Another one that was a must-have for me. I've had the Fire Red, and then with the Fire Red with the 3M tongue. And then I also have the low top of these, but this is my first time having the high top and the OG. Gotta love that Nike Air on the back, and then definitely that 23. Man, in my opinion, the pairs with the 23 on the side are way nicer than the pairs without it. I mean, I still like the pairs without it, but it's hitting. Let me know what you think. Is the Jordan 5 better with the 23 on the side or better without it? And let me know if you picked up the Air Jordan 5 2025 Fire Red Black Tongue. Next pair is the Air Jordan 5 35th Anniversary, or the medium soft pink. Once again, it has that 23 on the side, and the Nike Air. Now, this tongue is 3M, but the whole upper, all of the white is 3M as well. So it does the reflection just like the tongue does. This was a must-have for me. I like a good white base 5 in the collection. And then that 3M is dope, man. I like the green beans, but just the colorway made them not super wearable. These you can wear a little bit easier. Let me know your thoughts on the Air Jordan 5 medium soft pink 35th anniversary. Last of the fives is the Air Jordan 5 black metallic reimagined. And I know this is going to be on everybody's list of top 10 or top 5 sneakers of the year for 2025. Got that see-through Nike Air hang tag. Got the 3M Nike Air in the back. 3M tongue with the 3M piping all around the uppers. They did their thing on these, man. It's a definite banger, man. And it's another pair that I hit on the Hibbett, luckily. Now on to the Air Jordan 6s. We got the Air Jordan 6 Dornbecker. And I believe this was the 40th anniversary Dornbecker. And this thing is nice. I mean, real nice. It's got a good message that comes along with it. Designed by one of the patients at the hospital. I think her name was Jillian. I got all the info, but I don't remember right now. But yeah, she designed it. She did a good job. You see it's got the little gold hearts there. And then those perforations aren't just circles, they're hearts as well. Got the removable Velcro patches on each side. And then it came with a whole little pouch full of different Velcro patches. Also, it came with like 6 or 7 different sets of laces, and the front of each one of the shoes, this here wears away and there's another color underneath, and it's mismatched on each pair. Now, these were definitely a fire pair for 2025 and a must-have. And you got to know that them Jordan 17s for this year's Dornbecker are a must-have as well. I can't wait to grab them. I'm waiting to see when exactly they're going to drop this month in January. Only other pair of 6s I picked up this year, I don't even think a lot of pair of 6s dropped this year. Now that I think about it, there weren't that. This and the Dornbecker might have been the only two for real. The Ama Manier 6. And these were nice. The colorway, the materials. I just was surprised that Ama Manier didn't give us more branding, man. No A here. I just knew they were going to put an A right there, at least, if not on the back. But they still did a good job, man. The way they deconstructed it and made the ankle collars a little different. It still has the same cushion, though, even though it looks less bulky, you know. Let me know your thoughts. Did you pick up the Air Jordan 6 Ama Manier? One of my last pickups of the year, the Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunny 2025. Definitely fire pair. And as you can see, I already put them on foot, or to the toe, as they like to say nowadays. I already put them to the toe. Definitely another banger, another must-have for a Jordan collector such as myself, the Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunny 2025. Moving right along to the Air Jordan 10 Steel with the toe cap. And this is another pair. I didn't hit on these, but I was able to pick them up right around retail from a secondary resale store close to where I live called Kentucky Kicks in Paducah, Kentucky. Shout out to you guys at Kentucky Kicks. They got them right to me ASAP. I could have went and picked them up if I'd have known they were that close, but I bought them through eBay and they shipped them, but they got them to me ASAP. Appreciate it. Another dope, must-have, comfortable pair. And I try to wear all my pairs, as you see. Had a lot of Fire 11s come out this year, and man, I ain't gonna lie. I'd like to pick up damn near all of them. Especially that China pair. Some pairs I might have to go back and get later, man. The Houston, that 285 pair, and that China pair, man. Might have to go back and grab them, but had to have these. I hit on these at sneakers. Couldn't believe it. Hit on them fair and square at sneakers. Already put them to the toe. We wear all our kicks over here, and this is the last one to cap off the Rare Air collection for me. Like I said, I had the one, got rid of it, Now it's like super low. I need to go ahead and go back and grab it just to add it to the collection. Let me know your thoughts on the Air Jordan 11 Rare Air and the Rare Air collection. You got them? Do you need them? Are you looking for them? Do you love them? Let's talk about it. What I know is probably on everybody's wish list for Christmas this year. What I know is probably on everybody's top 10 or top 5 list this year, the Air Jordan 11 Gamma 2025. I also hit on these luckily at Hibbett. Told you, Hibbett been blessing your boy this year on them raffles. I stay hitting. Might have to drive a little bit to get to the one, because the closest one I don't always hit there, but hey, it ain't nothing but like an hour drive at the farthest one. It's worth it. Were you able to secure a pair of the Gammas this year? Did you pass on them? Let's talk about it. Moving right on into the Air Jordan 12. We had a lot of good 12s this year. And I think I picked up every one of them. Starting it off with the flu game. I hit for these at sneakers. My bad. I hit for these at Hibbett as well. I think I got these from the Carbondale store not too long before they closed down, man. That's crazy when we got a whole Hibbett closing down. Air Jordan 12 flu game. We also got the Air Jordan 12 Mellow this year. I love blue, especially baby blue. This is a pair back in the day, man. Like, I always wanted a blue pair. And then back in the day, you know what I mean? In the 90s, when I first started getting into them, they really didn't make a lot of blue Jordans because he played for the Bulls. You know, until he went to the Wizards, we didn't start getting a lot of blue pairs until later on, man. Every now and then they would bless us with a UNC pair because this is alma mater. But, man, all the time I wanted blue pairs, and they weren't making them back then. And then when these came out, I missed out on them. I think I was locked up, but I wanted them. Couldn't get them then. Got them this time. Hit for them at Hibbett. The Air Jordan 12 Mellow. Another pair that I wasn't able to get. Definitely didn't get them the first time, but in 2016, they came out like April 2nd, I think. These and the wings. They didn't get the wings nowhere locally. And I wasn't hip to all these different raffles online and stuff then. But I did try to get the French Blues, and I ended up not hitting for them and missing out on them at my local Hibbett. I wanted to get them for myself for my birthday, but I missed out in 2016. So fortunately for your boy, I was able to get them this year at that same Hibbett. I hit for the raffle for these. I don't think too many people went after them, but hey, I had to have them. The 12 is one of my favorite silhouettes in the Jordan lineup, always will be. It's the very first pair I was able to get back in the 90s as a teenager, as a youngster. But there you have it, the Air Jordan 12. Now, last but not least, Air Jordan 12 Taxi. People have said a lot of things about this shoe. I've heard people condemning the shape of it and all types of stuff, man. And I mean, some of them had some little defects and whatnot, but hey, I hit for them retail at Hibbett. And this is my first time having them in hand since the pair I got originally back in 96, 97. So I'm not complaining at all. I'm glad I hit for them and got them. You know, definitely put them to the toe already. Did you get your pair of Taxi 12s this year? And what are your thoughts on this release? There you have it. That concludes all of my pickups for 2025. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I love to engage with the community and any other like-minded collectors, man. I hope all you have a safe and happy new year, man, and bring in 2026 with a bang. I hope everybody's prosperous this year. Also, I hope everybody hits that like button, that follow button, that subscribe button, whatever app or network you're seeing this on. Make sure you're engaging with your boy. I appreciate it as always.